this kind of character. Mei Jinglun is placed on the front line. Basically, all alchemy experts and item refining experts are concentrated in secure star boundary, have a large amount of material transfer every year. By this alchemy expert and item refining expert refine build success dog, secret treasure, and then sent to the front line. Mi Jinglun and Shanning Chang is not familiar and never seen each other, but because of Yang Kai and Shanning Chang itself refining, Mi Jinglun is still understanding. The reason why Shanning Chang is only because she is most familiar with Yang Kai, because she is most familiar with Yang Kai in the guest hall of High Heaven Palace. Mi Jinglun did not wait for how long Shanning Chang. The female of the sandy veil makes people can see the real end appearance, but the little exhaustion is revealed in the scorpion. Mi Jinglun smells extremely rich medicinal fragrance, and then Shanning Chang is specialized organized. Over it still seems some messy hair. I don't know how the female is busy in the in pillar room, perhaps many years. Female is to pay attention to the instrument. If there is no time in mind, will it take care of on? Seeing Rai Shuai, Shanning Shang, Ying Ying gave a salute. The overall situation of the human race had office division. The overall situation, the human race army and Black Ink clan. Shanning Chang is also long term. The name is still very admired. Mi Jinglun got a virtual assistance. Misha is polite. Two sentences, two sides for Mi Jinglun still thinking about how to tell her young guy things, but I don't want Shanning Chang already saying, Marsha, this is for husband. Mi Jinglun stand. It's strange. The lady doesn't seem to worry. He didn't see any worrying look from the eyes of Shanning Chang. For this reason, his own man did not have audio for so many years. As the Shanning Chang of female, whether it is like this is Soka. Under the veil, Shanning Chang is like love. How can I not worry? A just husband should be innocent. Seeing her, Mi Jinglun is not curious. Why is so sure? He is here. There is no hierarchy. How can Shanning Chang confirm Yang Kai? If Yang Kai is in charge of the secretary code loyalist, you can also judge Yang Kai's situation by life and death in a few people on the loyalist. But in the year Yang Kai stepped on the battlefield, the journey took the initiative to release the loyalists to the 9-person restriction. Yang Kai and the 9 people did not have the association of life and death. Shanning Chang is slightly silent for a while, I feel. Meeting love so major events can be judged with a feeling it's not been too late. Shanning Chang also said, this mistress is known to know with husband at the end of the meal, the same in the High Heaven Pavilion, and Suyan's senior sister is also together, and husband practice attitude is not very good. It is also dangerous to go out by High Heaven Pavilion. Recalls the little bit of this year, Shanning Shan's eyes are bent, which is obviously very happy. Mei-Jinglun does not interruption, listening quietly. This knows that Chiang Kai-rais's is simply a history of a nobody. From this year's a small sect sweeping a small sect growing to the middle of the human race and even a brother in belief. This is a superior will. To pay more than those who have been more people with more people make up effort. Can't help but sigh. Billowing waves washing the sand, see the pride, the changing chase is displayed. Shanning Chang raised his hand to the beautiful hair. Husband is major event. Our sisters have been told in his wings many times. Don't leave. They are very anxious. So this year's whether it's roaming elder sister or Soyan senior sister is working hard. Just asking for a day, even if you can't help, you can't be a cumbersome. Imaging Summer Lady and Heavy, Yurumi and the others is now outside the heavenly beginning Great Restriction. Fogang Senior fighting the Great Restriction block in clan. Make sure Great Restriction is not lost, there is no without. The hard work is high, the lady has no work, but defining spirit will trying to do his best for the human race army. No sleep and no breaks. You are waiting for the famous song. Who dares to say that you are cumbersome? Who can say you is a cumbersome? Shining chunks mud and sand. Black incline invasion about human race. Self-owned power. We are doing on. Husband is also doing his business. Many years ago, since then, husband is often running out. Often there is no news for many years. The honor does not allow once to glance back into black incline, but also 2,000 years. No news, but she was. The tone has also been, but husband never let the sister disappoint. We only need to wait. Husband, no matter where it is, no matter what it encounters, he will come back. This is the reason why young guy feels innocent, and because many people are waiting for him, and has never let the people who are poor to be disappointed. Mei Jinglun is silent. Xiao Yi, Xiangling Chang got up and he left. Mei Jinglun is also accompanied by Hua Kenzi walking out of Heaven Palace pondering stubbornly. Void, Mei Jinglun suddenly took his body. Although this is coming to seek some answer, it doesn't have any gains. Shining Chang is undoubtedly not clear Young Kai life and that she is just a definite confirmation for Young. She believes that Young Kai will return safely just as he suddenly kissed from the back in camp. They struck mysteriously in territory. It can be said that this mission has a blindly invited letter to the man, but this is not very good. But as a human race is now sitting in terror, coordinating the movement of the army, Mei Jinglun can't hold any fantasy. She must have the worst plan. If Young Kai really surprised, funeral uncertain, what should I do if I don't know what to know? The world cannot relate any unrealistic fantasy. Human race is not a human race, but all human race. These years, Young Kai has been doing enough. Because of these various moves, being a number of human race, the millennium has a relatively stable development, and it has accumulated the strength of the throne. If you can't play the black ink clan, it is also the unhallucinating effort of human race himself. As the era's world, the responsibility should be taken. If you can spend this rule, it is destined to be era abandoned and walk this era after all human race. In void, a figure is rapidly pondering, but all around is actual the university world of ridiculous death, and that all kinds of is full of unknown dangerous celestial phenomena. Thunder shadow sounds. Old second, are you getting lost? Function simple. Bus is reversed. I am so walking. Here is the end of the world. Distant 10,000 words should be still be very far. Don't be impatient. Do you want me to come to the helm? Thunder shadow proposed. Meaning for too long. I want to put them in. You don't pass principle of space. You will only drag down, slow down by your hand. Well, you continue. The war of people in the Ink family suddenly became more intense. In the battle of every big and small, in the battle of every big and small often stopped for a few months. Under the war of high intensity, both human race or black ink clan is it's huge, especially black ink clan. Although the quantity is much more than human race, but it is because of the number. After each battle, the figures of the war are also horrible to see. However, black ink clan is far from Milnet is just black ink clan and is different. Human race want to cultivate an open having stage on the table. Need to spend a lot of time and materials. Black ink clan is pregnant from black inkness. As long as the material is sufficient, it was enough under super black Upper Black Clan it almost all the existence of gun on average, and it is often dispatched to consume the power of human race. Yulin the main war broke out a human race battle, cut into a huge split. Divided battlefield covered Black Clan the main battlefield on a battle in full swing. In addition to main battlefield, there are two high-rise battlefield human race rank against Black Clan territory lord, rank 9 rank or 4 fake lord. To a certain extent, the war of high rise in the country will directly affect the winning lifetime of the main battlefield because once a primary powerhouse accounts for the advantage, it will suppress the enemy on the main battlefield. There are two human race legions in New Linya and the Black Clan and Azorisan army which is floating here. He's the original Yulin Jun who was originally Yulin Azorisan territory is recovered. Azorisan army has moved to this domain combined with the power of the two armies and the strength increase. Originally recovered Ringlane domain is not difficult, however with the birth and joining of Black Clan the war is not so clear. Simple Poseidon Royal Lord is indeed not neutral opponent can't hold the size of the Black Clan beside the Royal. This is not the first time in the two sides. In the past few years, the confrontation of each other as many times, whether it is human race or Black Clan. It is already familiar with own's opponent, however this time has some changes. When the war is done, there is the power aura to appear from the battlefield that direction. Soon there is the movement of Black Clan powerhouse. This change allows Black Clan many powerhouse to be amazed, but I think that human race has 9 long, but until it is identified that appearance of powerhouse is Shangshan. Human race did not have a new 9 rank bird, but Shangshan came to support it. Black Clan is not unpacking, and the commander is sitting on the Black Clan powerhouse of the town, and the Shangshan is intercepted before the emergency scheduling of Royal. Shangshan appeared in Yurin domain, which means he had no 9 rank. The big domain battlefield him, which is a good opportunity for Black Clan perhaps to give human race. This battle, Black Clan is not small in the feat of Shangshan and looting here. Black Clan the general will live in time, however, that ultimate is still the defeat. And Shangshan, after all, after a long time after the end of the Horrid War, he immediately returned to the Bay Domain battlefield in a blood-famed army. There was a war that has been worse, less than him, 9 ranks sitting in the top. Situation is certain not wonderful. So war continue appeared in the big domain, and the two national army pulled back, and each and everyone massage was Bongafield. Human race strikes, although there is no longer reappearing, it can cause unimaginable losses to Black Clan. Do not say anything else. When the war is broke out, the blast on the Black Clan is significantly less. If there is no accident, there is kind of focus may last for many years until some sides will not be able to open the situation. An unexpected arrival with the powerhouse awake. No return pass. Monaya returned from Worldland, and the Black Inkness was finally recovered after nearly 100 years. He immediately goes to greetings. The Royal Lord exploit the two national war and learn that human race has already saved 6 big domains, and now the remaining big domain battlefield is slightly unexpected after Monaya. When the universe furnace, human race has spawned 4 digits, 9 ranks at once, and there is a large number of 8 rank open heaven. The strength is increased, which can have such a battle is not so surprising. Let him and the Black Clan can now hold the remaining big domain battlefield and have not been broken by human race. He thought that the big domain has been all lost. adults? Munaya asked, although it has become the body of our body can face ink still the following did not grow because of its own strength means to fight against ink. Listening to him, Moe is very satisfied. Honestly, when Munaya returned from Universe, he was as surprised. Because Munaya actually promoted the royal lord, although it looked like a wolf, it can be it's a law. It's royal lord undoubtedly, and that sometimes Munaya has a mistake. It seemed like behind someone is chasing him. Afterwards, he learned that Munaya was evading Yonkai. Today, I will listen to Munaya asking the human race to kill the stars in the ink front. After the commemoration, after the return, that also proved Yonkai's whereabouts, but there is no harvest and he will not see him in the years. That human race seems to be looking for him from the intelligence tech from Black Ink Teach Mount Universe furnace of Yonkai is missing. Munaya's sun is comparable. How can it be missing? The color of the ink is lightly. Are you asking me? Mona is busy. It's not there, but very strange. How deeply look at it in the first way. It is indeed strange. I have also guarded him to come to no return pass in this year, but he is indeed disappeared. Otherwise, he has been in his abilities. Yankai has been promoted 9 rank. This news ink is known. When he learned this news, he was also nervous. After all, Yankai was very difficult. 8 rank open heaven. He has several to run and no return pass. Killed many territory in his eyelids, smashed many royal rock English. This kick is 9 rank, which will be more difficult than this year. He really wants to neutral past to engage in rain, and Ing is not surprised. To this end, he did a lot of preparation, but he did not send it, sending in the eldest prince. Munai expression is very good, seemed to hear an incredible news. The man who is almost forcing him to the spirit, actually disappeared. Munai can't help but laugh. I finally understand why Black England can hold big the main battlefield. It turns out that Janga is never appeared. If he appears the main battlefield, even if there is more beside the real lord, I'm afraid he will always be found by him. Find the chance play to kill. Universe furnace is dangerous even in color some unpredictable cries inside. Where is false as ink? Mulaya shakes his head with his strength false should not be, but there is still many an interrogate stranger in universe furnace maybe. He didn't dare to definitely, but he was very strange from the universe furnace, but he was very surprised. But at the time there was no mental return to no return pass, but also immediately into black inkness, sleeping, healing, looking the Yankai's big probability is trapped in universe furnace can get out or attribute impossible has never been exposed. Wow, whether it is false or trap, it is a good thing. Let me block and clan big enemy Munaya. I know you in universe furnace, but you don't have to be treated by him. Now you it's also real lord. Even if you really encounter him, there is always a battle. Munaya said. The adult said, recalls in the universe furnace with Yankai World War. He has already no longer complete, although Yankai has just been promoted. It can be more than it's much better. It is cheap, or it will not be hit worth. It is undeniable that Yankai's strength is really powerful, and if big Muna is not opponent, but the other party wants to pick him to show up. Already the past like this year, Black and Clan, this size is handed over to you. You still full royal lord. You are already royal lord. You have disqualified in clan in clan block in the clan army up and down, mobilized with you, including this king, the son of the ring and Mona slightly Moyi can say this remark makes this kind of decision is indeed not easy, but really speaking of which, Moha may not be too high in the army, but he has a good place. That is the good use of people. Reyes Malaya in the years is the best way to express. Malaya does not have to compete with him. Now listening to table more than half of them immediately. Many things trust. Ink should have said everything is for the great cause of self-blame. The ink will be eternal. Ink will eternal. So he called no return past to code all the intelligence spent several kung fu collecting the intelligence control. implementing in Malaybo, but carefully. His proposal is realistic and he can consult all opinion before action. Let mo, I think on has not read him since you think so, let go. After January revolution, the main after a focus of war, it was finally recovered as a result army in June in the Black England army returned leaving the full body with rather than the main. The rain is the main, the message come out to this warfare did not see how much colors he